Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This was the last day of the Fossil of the Day award ceremony here in Lima, Peru at the COP20. And today was a full day. We not only gave out the Fossil of the Day, but we gave out the Colossal Fossil. It's sort of culmination for 2 weeks of depressingly bad showing. But the third prize Fossil today was given to Canada, who in no small note mentioned the Fossil of the Day in Congress, being proud that they hadn't gotten it yet. So we sort of had to give them one, but also just because their domestic policy is so disaligned with their emissions reduction commitments here. They're making promises here, whereas any exploitation of the tar sands that they are hoping to do through any of their many tentacle projects would mean radically raising their emissions productions, not reducing it as they've been talking about here. Second prize was given to an unlikely trio of Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus for blocking the second round of the Kyoto Protocol. Kind of a confusing group, especially because Belarus arrived on Wednesday, 3 days ago. Russia's been pretty inactive except around this and is kind of at war with Ukraine, so it's strange that they came together. But that was a bit about they still have all of these carbon credits from the last Kyoto round that they're really pushing to get through so that they can continue to sell this basically hot air, but offsetting is not a solution to the climate crisis. And then the first prize was given to the Umbrella Group, which are sort of a conglomerate of the rich countries and powerful countries, and the like-minded group, which is sort of a middle of the road economic status countries. And the Fossil was given to both of them, really urging them to stop polarizing their positions and start to working towards compromise. Because as we know here, that if no decision is produced here, business wins. Business as usual is hoping that nothing will happen here. So we can't let that happen here. So we've urged countries to be willing to compromise, but reminding them that you cannot compromise on justice. And then in the big moment of the 2 weeks, the Colossal Fossil was awarded to none other than Australia, because they've won 5 of the fossils here. So half of the first prize fossils were awarded to them, and for a number of statements about their economic plans, contributions to the Green Climate Fund, and just in general a huge disrespect for all of the countries, including themselves, that are already suffering. And we see sort of the corporate capture of the political process so clearly here, with Australia publicly thanking corporations such as BHP Billiton for helping them draft their emissions reduction text, while this company is the second worst coal mining company in the world, sitting on about 14 gigatons of what will be stranded assets if any agreement is reached here. And also reminding the world that they are trying to cut a canal through the Great Barrier Reef to get at coal exports, which is a really expensive project that a lot of business people have money riding on. So we've seen, here the corporate capture of democracy, but we're still working on it. So this has been a pleasure giving you the news, and we'll see you on the flip side. And hasta la victoria siempre.